Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Making Meaning with Joel Corda. I believe we're on 26. I'm a solo man tonight. That's right. The gnarly weather has come through, and didn't have anybody necessarily booked, and thought I did not want to make anybody travel over here today. Got a lot of exciting things going on, a lot of new things happening, some other people coming on in the near future. But I did ask for some questions. Of course, I did it on my story, which means nobody wrote anything until I figured out that I'd put it there. So if you're watching now, you have any questions, put them on up. Let's see what this other camera looks like. Ooh, that is real close. This guy. How about now? It's a little better. I don't think we're going to use that one much. I did get one of these in the mail. Watch this. Ooh, yellow. Ooh, blue. Ooh, pink. Is that even coming out right? Green. Oh, now it's flashing. Nobody wants it flashing. Anyway, I got one for my son because he just moved back in with us to save some cash, which is one of the smartest things ever, before he goes to school in Missoula next year. And I thought it looked pretty fun, so I got myself one too. Let's go over here. There I am. So, if you have any questions, I did get a couple, which was very nice. So I'll answer those. I'll answer anything that's coming up, and I'll play some songs. First one I want to play is one of the perennial ones that I play. I think it's the best country song I've written, my best version of country, I should say. It's a song I wrote called Wreck Myself Again. Now let's see if I am... No, that's not what I wanted to do. Here we go. Put a little of the singing music on there. Here we go. That's where I want to be. It's not the moon that gets me. It's that it won't shine through. It's not the daylight that kills me. It's this distance between me and you. Well, half of me wants to tell you not to give up on me. Now half of me wants to sell you things that can never be. Don't give me another chance. Don't give me another chance. 'Cause if you do, I'll just wreck myself again. If you do, I'll just wreck myself again. And it's a struggle between the two that has me thinking you. And it's a struggle between the two that has me drinking to you, to you, to you. No, it's not the phone that gets me. It's that it won't ring through. It's not the hum that kills me. It's this light not connecting to you. wanna feel like something that's not entirely tired. Wanna feel like someone that's not entirely sad. Don't give me another chance. Don't you give me another chance. And if you do, I'll just wreck myself again. If you do, just wreck myself again. If you do, I'll just wreck myself again. If you do, just wreck myself all over again. All right, let's see. So, one of the things that has been frustrating and a little limiting about the show is doing it over Wi-Fi. So I can send it to certain places, which is awesome, and other places don't quite do it as well. So I'm trying to get, well, it's not that hard. I'm going to get a hard line into this room, and that will help a ton. And then I am going to, I'd also like to switch over. Spectrum, I don't know if you know this, in Great Falls, it has always been Spectrum. It is only Spectrum. And they have been raising their prices regularly. And there's finally some competition out there. And I'm going to be talking to some of the competition tomorrow. Because I'm tired of them just arbitrarily every 3 months raising it $5 more. Why? Well, it's just better. And my service seems to get worse. And I think that's something that seems to be across the board. Everybody kind of deals with that. All right. So one of the questions I got earlier, let me go. I saw it on Instagram. And my friend Nick sent me this. He asked of the show. Let me see. Where is that now? Here's me figuring out technology live. Good job. Let's see. It was under the post. So he wanted to know, and he said I could answer it off air, but we're here, people. Weird question for you. What was the most unexpected part of making a vinyl edition of your recent album? Were there special technical elements that you had to adapt to? How did it compare to self-publishing on digital or CD? I'll take my answer off air. Not doing that. He's doing auditions for Glass Menagerie tonight, which is awesome, with the Great Falls Theater Company. Bunch of friends of mine. Thank you for the question. The answer is, there were a lot of challenges. I didn't realize how quickly I could actually get it done, and I didn't realize technically how big of a deal that was going to be. So ultimately, I ended up having about a sales window of about a week before Christmas. Luckily, I have those in my possession for next year because, Christmas comes around once a year. It's pretty great. But let's see. What would be the answer I have for you? Technically, every side you need to front load. You got to front load the loudest song. The song with the most layers. So side A started with the brand new song that I had written, The Complicated Christmas. So you front load that and you go with the less complex, or not complex, the thick. You go densest to least dense. And that's actually a physical limitation of LPs. Time-wise, you don't want to go too long, which is why it was also shorter. But I sure do love vinyl. I sure do love the idea of the collectors getting back to it. That's what I like to collect. So that has been a really interesting, that was part of it. The different artwork, the bleeds, the way that you have to, where you have to put the artwork on the physical album. I was really, really happy with how it turned out. And I'm looking around for my copy in the other room. The other thing that's going on in this room, so thank you, Nick. That's the real answer to your question is it technically was a lot different. There was a lot going on. Thanks to the people just joining right now. If you would like to ask a question tonight, please do. While you're on, just hit that like button. I guess that's something that I'm supposed to say all the time, but I don't. In this room, I am making some major changes. It's another reason why I didn't want to have anybody tonight, because I have torn the basement apart. I'm very popular around this house. Actually, they all like the idea. So over to my right, there's a bookshelf that has books on it that I love, that I don't think I have moved from that space in the 7 years that I've been here. And I just think there's a better use for it. But that's not what precipitated it. So what precipitated it is I want to set, after 26 shows, after doing this live a number of times, I want it to be a little more flowy. I'm going to have the guest seated across from me. When I'm pointing this way, I can look here. Here's my camera and a smaller monitor. Over here is the monitor that I'm using to run the show. But it means that I can't have anybody across from me and be able to see them. I'd have to put them over here, which would be kind of cool because it'd look like I'm looking at them while I'm looking at the camera, and their camera would look, if I moved it across from me, it would make more sense. And it would make my mother much happier. That would be something that she would like. But I got actually a very reasonably priced monitor to put on my wall. So this wall is going to have a bulletin board. The songs are going to be probably, they might still end up being there, but the bulletin board there, the screen there. I'm going through every drawer in this room because I'm just not utilizing it as well as I could. And that definitely needs to change. So that's what I'm doing. I've made it a real problem in the other room. I made it a real problem for me in the other room. I set up a big table, and I made it so it's kind of in the way. And I've gone through a whole lot of books already. This back storage area, it's pointing at things you don't know, but there's a storage room back here. It's by our furnace. And I've just overrun it with crap that I haven't done anything with, and it's time to. And I think I will feel free and clean. Some would call it spring cleaning, but the weather here today, as my friend Dan in Canada, he said, we sent them the weather. That was one of my comments from my friend. Sorry about that, Dan. Did not mean to send you the bad stuff. Looking at a song that I wrote that I never published. Because one thing somebody was asking for was a song that I haven't played on here yet. This one is called Dreams, and I'm wondering if I even remember how to do it. But you know what? It's just me tonight. In her dreams, my wife Nadine has a jolly good time. The Queen of England, she said. That old Liz, and like my mama says, know how to show 'em all a lively time. They laugh and play and sing all day, and when I wake, will I miss her? In my dreams, my dreams, in my dreams. Some years ago, my dear grandpa flew out to see us all again. It'll be one last time. Down the hall late in the night, I hear him calling out to his love, his departed wife. When you're alone the next day, I'd say, Grandpa, hey, is it true? Can you really see her? He looked around, made sure we were alone. I said, in my dreams, dreams, in my dreams. But I don't know what it is inside me. It makes me write these sad, funny thoughts down. What would compel a man to yell it all over to every soul in town? Can't comprehend why any of you would want this much of me. But for being here, well, I thank you. It's my dream. Dream. It's my dream. In my dream. Dreams. In my dreams. It's a weird one. I wrote it. It's a weird one. I think when I wrote that, actually, I know when I wrote it. I'd had the first verse, because my wife used to have these dreams. Well, it's two things we're converging. When she was growing up, you know, if she didn't mind her manners, her mom would say to her, you know, what if the Queen of England was to show up here? And I don't quite understand that. But they were, you know, Nadine was born in England, so had a little more sway. And that story about my grandpa, I forgot. I remember he came to visit us. He brought my cousin Paul. And I would just hear him in the night. And I don't know if he was awake or if he was, what was going on. But he would call out to his wife. And it was sweet and it was beautiful, but it was also a little bit spooky, a little bit scary. I need to show if I have it. Oh boy, I don't think I have. The O'Boyles, where are you? I don't think I brought it on this show. Oh, there we go. Okay, got to show that. Here's my sponsor, O'Boyle Steelsworks.
Strength, story, steel.
That's O'Boyle Steelworks.
Every knife we forge is one of a kind, built to last, built for you. From custom blades to hand-etched detail.
Each piece carries history in its steel.
Whether for daily use or as a showpiece for generations, we craft it by hand right here in Montana. Find O'Boyle Steelworks on Instagram, Facebook, Etsy, and Patreon.
Strength, story, steel.
There they are, the O'Boyles. Thank you, Austin. See you out there. Any questions for you? Got anything you want to ask me while I am on tonight? I need to do a better job at doing that. If I'm going to ask for questions, Goes for anybody out there. If you're watching and you have something you'd like to ask me. Tonight's the night. So yes, we are fixing up the room. We are fixing up a lot of different stuff. I got this great thing today from, actually it was yesterday. I got the print of this. It's this guy. It's the one, the more clear one, Stage 3, Dancing with Ghosts, from Micah. I got the artwork, and I have it, so I'm putting it on my wall, and it's going to be a big part of putting the album together. I'm going to have it in the room while I figure that stuff out. All the way, I've been compiling the songs. Ooh, yay, Joel. Evil Joel calling. Yo. Hey, buddy. That man is helping me sell some of the TV shows that we put together over the years, and he probably needs to know about the new one I'm writing. Don't tell anybody yet. Let's play a song for you. Joel, you got any questions for me tonight? Let me know. This is a song that all of the Cordas wrote. It's a song called Crushing Fire. Let's turn that bad boy out. Under my heart rings like a bell under a chain. Under my feet trampling leaves your blame. Crushing fire coming down on me. Crushing fire coming down on me. Shock to my hand, through my arms, straight to my heart. You come around, swirling your hair, you play a part. Crushing fire, come down on me. Crushing fire, come down on me. And I feel so young again. And I feel so dumb again. And I feel so young again. Dropping snow, falling silver, get me out of this town. Your crooked smile, singing voice, keep me around. Crushing fire, come down on me. Crushing fire, come down on me. Crushing fire, coming down. Woo! Nice. I like that one. It's a cute song. With my cute family, we wrote that bad boy. Let's see, what else is there to tell you about? I was plateauing the weight loss. That's a big one. I was plateauing, and they had a feeling that they thought it was going to be, once we went through all the things that, because we're tracking everything. So we do, we do the weight, we do the BMI, we do all the things. And Yes, he will do. Thank you for the round of applause. Appreciate that. We figured out that I was taking in too much sodium. And I know that they're right because I weighed myself at the gym on Sunday. And I lost like 12 pounds because I think I stopped retaining the water. I know that this thing is not something that it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. I think I feel in so many ways that I've already won because my habits are so different and so much better than they were. I work out 6 days a week. 6 of those are swimming, 3 of those are lifting. I'm adding like a 4th day of lifting. I've added lifting legs. I didn't lift legs for quite a while because I was carrying around so much weight. But now that I'm down, I don't know what, consistently, if I can say so, if we've evened it out, but it's between 145 and 150 pounds. And I just feel better, and I'm excited about summer. One of my big goals in this thing has been to be on the water. I mean, I'm swimming plenty, but I'd like to be in a kayak or a rowboat or whatever. But I just want that for myself, and I think I always have. I think it's been a dream of mine, and I'm excited about doing that. All right, I'm looking for last minute. Anybody out there? Anybody out there have anything they want to ask me before I sing another song? Thank you, Aiden. Congrats on the weight loss. I know it isn't easy. Yes, it is. It is tricky, and it takes a lot. And I think you just basically have to retrain yourself on everything. That's what I've been figuring out. Anybody have a song request, one of mine, that they would like to hear out there? Again, just taking it easy tonight. No real wild goals, just wanting to keep people off the road so that they could, I don't know, it was gnarly out there. I saw an accident. I know that the police were saying, please be careful. There were like 4 accidents that they were dealing with at one time. Nadine saw an accident. People from the Peak were saying that they just stopped coming. Casey Guiden. Me too, Joel. Love kayak. And he wants to hear Freebird, which I do. I just do it at the SIP. If I do it on this show, they won't let me. I can only do my songs on here, usually. I am half tempted to play a version of Freebird. I usually have to ask people, though, if they actually want Freebird or if they're just being wiseacres. So, Casey, you tell me, do you really want that song? Or are you being a wiseacre? Here's a song called Can't Help But Think. Thought it was gone, it's back again. Thought it was weakness, but it's strength, my friend. Well, can't help but think of those things you said to me. Well, can't help but think of the ways we can't be free. Was hoping the road would stem the call. Was hoping the journey would be born for all. Well, I can't help but think of the way you smiled at me. Well, I can't help but think of the ways we can be free. Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa. Think you got it all straight in your head. Someone's pain, it's over when you're dead. But I can't help but think of the different ways to see. Well, I can't help but think world difference between you and me. Oh, build a home, walls and all. Build a life, watch it fall. Well, I can't help but think that joke about making a plan. Well, I can't help but think that God is just a stubborn man. Oh, yes, Casey says, very wise that you love freedom. Don't we all? And I do play one when people actually want it. Just like I said, you got to show up at the SIP. Let me look here. Oh, okay. Got a message coming in. Always wondered about that verse. Think you got it all straight in your head, but someone's pain is over when you're dead. Where does that come from? That comes from, sometimes our existence just seems to hurt people's feelings, I think is what I meant by that. And even people that you just love and wish it was easier on, it's just that thing between you makes it really hard. I think that's what I meant, if I'm being vague enough to not take away the meaning that somebody else might want. Very nice, Joel. Thank you. Yes, Casey. You are welcome. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I think I'm going to call it a night because it's cold and there's wolves after me, as Abe Simpson would say. He'd also say that everything will be weird to you. It'll happen to you. And I think that is happening more and more to me. Got some big guests coming up. I'm really excited too about the different things that we are working on in here. I want to grow the show. I want people subscribed to the YouTube so that it comes easily to them. Want to get monetized, want to get more sponsors, and really, so far I haven't even advertised this thing other than I do the show, I'm being consistent with it. I see that people come on and they do interact, and I love it. Just want to see more of it. And yeah, there's a lot of big things coming. And I appreciate you being here from the beginning for the journey. I want you to have a good week, and I will see you next week.